It's time to check your money with America's money maven, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. And I know it's the second, third week of the year, but I have to say Happy New Year, Vicki. What? It's been a minute.
George, you are right, and I am happy to finally see you because it's been it feels like it's been forever.
It does feel that way.
And now that I say it's been forever, it has been, because it's been from 1 year to the next.
I haven't seen you since last year.
Last year, that's correct. Okay. So Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everyone who's listening to us today and viewing us online. Hope that everything has started out in a very positive note for you. And looking forward to, oh my God, I am looking forward to a much better 2022 for everyone. I was in a meeting the other day, and we were talking about the fact that, I hadn't really thought about this, George, for people like you and me, and who are a little bit older, we can say we survived. Hopefully we can say we survived a pandemic. For younger people, it'll be a historic event that they lived through. All I'm asking again, and I'll say this every week, please, everyone, keep yourself safe, get your vaccinations, make sure that you're doing all the things on your social distancing, because we want everybody to celebrate 2022 with happiness and health throughout.
Yes, we do. I definitely want that for you. And I can tell you, the year has started off pretty good for us as well. So we're really excited. Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, George, I always like to start the new year with something new. And so I'm going to introduce this to you and to our audience, that we're starting a new sub-segment, okay, with America's Money Maven, which will be starting in about 2 weeks, called Friendly Neighborhood Advisor.
Okay.
Friendly Neighborhood Advisor. Mr. Michael Jennings, who you met, about 4 or 5 weeks ago?
Yes.
Will be joining me once a month with the sole purpose of answering questions that have been emailed, text, or put on Instagram or Facebook in relation to some of the questions that our audience may want to ask their friendly neighborhood advisor. So look for an official announcement coming out, and how you can connect to Michael to make sure that you are part of that segment. And each week we'll look at, the general theme that's coming in from questions, and we'll pull one that is a particular note that he will address online. Now, George, we just also celebrated Martin Luther King's birthday.
Yeah, the official birthday, and then the holiday tomorrow.
Right, the holiday's tomorrow, but the official
birthday was yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Can we just do something real quick?
Yeah.
It's not only Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday yesterday, but we want to give a shout out to Pastor Phil Turner, because it was his birthday yesterday as well.
All right. Thank you so much. You're keeping me in good stead with my pastor, right?
That's right.
Okay, make sure that we announce and celebrate his birthday. But
wait, one more thing. Go ahead,
George.
Go ahead. You got me. Okay. I just wanted to shout out both of us for being Syracuse 60 strong.
Yes, George.
We really haven't really talked about it together.
A lot of things have happened, okay, since the last time we saw each other. Syracuse 60 strong. How'd you like that calendar?
I love that calendar. I'm Mr. November, and you are Ms. who?
February.
So right now, right? So
right, okay, I'll be coming right up, February.
Listen, Syracuse60strong.com, just a quick plug for that. Buy the calendar, support Alzheimer's Association. All right, Vicki, go ahead. I keep cutting you. No more.
All right, okay, so in thinking about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, and I mean, as you know, most of the time we hear that famous speech, "I Had a Dream."
Yeah.
But there is a speech that I want to emphasize today, and particularly a segment in there, which was, which he recounted, and that was, "I fear that I am integrating my people into a burning house." I fear I am integrating my people into a burning house. And this speech was actually more around economic security. And over the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks, we have seen some changes taking place around a particular concept around inflation. And we're starting to hear a lot, okay, on the news and so forth around the fact that we are in a more inflationary period than we were previously. The reason I'm bringing up those two things, though, is that the inflation is typically driven by consumers chasing more goods than we have available. So it's a supply and demand issue. Here's the thing. We are coming out of a pandemic. During the pandemic, many of us made a conscious decision, or at least said we were making a conscious decision to live our lives a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
The difference being that we were going to be more cognizant of all the things that were necessary to have a more fulfilled life. One of them being our financial well-being. Now, here's where, okay, this all ties together. When we look at, I fear that I am integrating my people into a burning house. Consumerism has been the burning house for the American population for years. We talked about the last time I was on, the 7 pillars toward creating wealth. And those 7 pillars started out with a commitment. The commitment was 0, no more. So I want to emphasize today, in relation to all of these things, let's focus on how we execute that commitment.
Sure.
And one of the ways to execute that commitment is to incorporate a strategy that we've discussed before, but we wanted to pull the covers back on again, and that is our wealth retention ratio. I hope everybody's got paper and pencil, because this has been one of these talks where you need to write stuff down.
Wealth retention ratio.
Our wealth retention ratio. If you recall, we said that income is wonderful, but income does not create wealth. What creates wealth is retaining income and changing that income from cash flow to an asset that is appreciating. You have to retain a portion of your income in order to make that happen. So if we're trying to focus on 0, no more, we also must focus on what is our wealth retention ratio. So looking at the income that you have, how much are you retaining? So here's the commitment, because we started out with our 7 pillars. We needed 0, no more, which is a commitment. The commitment is going to be executed through our wealth retention ratio. And I want everyone to commit to a 10% wealth retention ratio for 2022.
Okay.
10% wealth retention ratio for 2022. What does that mean?
Yeah, I was going to.
My income.
Right. Because I was going to ask you.
My income, multiply by 10%, and commit to retaining, saving that 10% so that we can talk about strategies, how to use that 10% to create wealth through appreciating assets as we go forward.
All right. So, this is like your tithe. Are we talking gross or net?
I knew you were going to do that. Okay. When I started, I said, I hear George going like tithe. Okay, so here,
right.
Net. Okay.
Right.
Here's what I'm going to do. I want you to choose one on your own.
Right. You decide what it's going to be.
Okay, but make sure you are consistent.
Mm-hmm.
If you choose gross, you're going to have more. If you choose net, you're going to have less than you would if you chose gross. But if you choose 0, you have nothing. And we have committed to no longer operating with 0. So 0, no more.
Take your gross income or your net income, you decide, and off the top, commit to at the end of on 12/31, we'll do a report card, right, Vicki?
Well, no, we're not going to wait to 12/31. One of the things I've learned is that when we have goals and we don't have incremental accountability, then we don't hit the goal. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to decide on what that 10% is, whether it's gross or net, and break it down to a per pay period amount. Mm-hmm. Don't even stretch it to, I'm going to save 10% per month. No, 10% per pay period. So if you get paid 4 times a month, then 10% of every check, each time you receive it, placed into the wealth retention category, into your savings. If you get paid once a month, same thing. If you get paid every other week, 10%. But make sure that you do so. And as every quarter, we want to do a reporting. You need to do a reporting.
Now,
okay?
Here's another question, right?
Yes,
this is for the people. I'm just speaking for the people. This exclude already what you're doing in your retirement and your 401k?
It does.
Thank you. You feel me? Because people say, well, I'm already doing that. No,
right.
this is over and above.
Over and above, okay? Right. Because we're looking at liquidity issues, which are another issue that we're going to deal with in the future.
I'm just speaking for the people. I just want to make sure.
Thank you, George. So no, this is above and beyond what you're already doing in your 401k. This is, you decide whether it's gross or net, but we want it broken down per pay period because we don't want to stretch our goal accountability too long so that we don't have incremental accountability, so that if we need to course correct, we have the opportunity to do so.
Do you remember the Delaney sisters? And now I'm going to forget this formula because they were 100. They were like 10%. It was like 30%, 10% savings, 10% tithe, and 10% something else. I couldn't remember what that was.
I think it was 10% in as far as charity is concerned, but anyway.
Yes. That's what that was their formula. Kind of interesting, right?
Yes. Okay. The formula works.
Yeah.
But what's necessary though, is that you make the commitment. And that's why we are really emphasizing when we looked at our 7 pillars, that the first thing to building wealth is to make the commitment towards zero, no more. And the way that we execute that is through a formula that is consistent and predictable, so that we have 10% retained of our income, so that those retained dollars, that retained resource, can now be converted to an appreciating asset. George, at this point in time, I'm really excited because
I am too.
I know that by starting at the beginning of the year, we're going to have some amazing results. And I want to emphasize to everyone, please go to Facebook and like us, go to YouTube and share and subscribe. And if you have questions, reach out to info@brackensfsn.com, or you can call me, area code 315-930-4499, and look for Mr. Michael Jennings coming up in the future for your friendly neighborhood advisor. Thanks a lot, George. Our plate is full.
Yeah, Vicki, and I just want to remind people that Vicki is America's Money Maven. And you know what else, Vicki? I forgot to tell folk that you're one of the 25 most influential Black women in America. And every time I think about that, I get really excited. All right, let me just tell you that Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. She is America's Money Maven.